Guys, what is going on? It is Nate the Game Guy coming back with another video. And today it is finally time to show you guys what exactly I picked up for the month of June. Now, I'm not going to lie, there's not going to be as many games that I picked up this month as compared to some of my previous videos, just because I have been working on a few things outside of YouTube, and also some of these games that I picked up are worth a little bit of some money. So of course, all those factors did play a role into what exactly I got for this month. Now, I did pick up a variety of several different games for different consoles, spanning from the Dreamcast to the Switch, even the Switch 2, NES, and so on. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited to share some of these pickups with you guys, despite the amount kind of being smaller than some of my previous videos. So without further ado, let me show you guys some of my pickups that I got for the month of June, right after the intro. Alright, so before I dive right into these pickups, I just want to throw a disclaimer out there. For all my returning viewers, you will already know what that disclaimer is going to be, and that is the fact that I'm literally going to be doing this video all in one take. So if for whatever reason I repeat words, trip on words, all that type of wonderful stuff, right? Yeah, literally I'm doing this video all in one take, because when it comes to these types of videos, they're not really the best for me to edit out, so it just makes more sense just to do it all in one take. Now with that out of the way, let's go right into these pickups. So the first pickup that I want to share with you guys is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Yes, I did get a Switch 2 game, and I decided to get this one because I really like supporting the Puyo franchise, is because I want the kind folks at Sega and Sonic Team to know that, hey, there's actually people in North America that actually like Puyo Puyo, so please don't make this exclusive to Japan again, because there's people here, such as myself, that like the Puyo series. Also, since I did end up getting a Switch 2, I didn't want to pay $80 for the new Mario Kart, and let Nintendo know that that I'm okay with that. Is my one purchase going to hit Nintendo's wallet that much? Probably not, but at least I get to feel confident in myself, knowing that I'm not supporting a business practice that I clearly don't approve of. Now, as we go right behind one console generation with Nintendo, I picked up Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, this is a game that I've wanted to get for a while now, and I finally decided that it was finally time to get this game. I did play Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and I did enjoy it, so definitely want to check this out. Heard lots of good things about this title, so once I go down my backlog a bit, this will be a game that I will certainly try to play at some point. Now, of course, as we stick to the theme of Nintendo, I picked up this game up, and that is Defender 2 for the NES. And this game is actually pretty fun. It's actually made by the same development team responsible for Kirby. And this game I consider to be a very underrated and cheap game at that too. And I was very pleasantly surprised at how fun this game was. In fact, if you guys want me to recommend you some more underrated games that are very cheap and of course very budget friendly, I got a video right here that you guys can check out where I do recommend even more cheap underrated games, whether you're looking for something old school and retro like this, or even something more modern. Decided to make that video because I thought it would be fun, and I'm sure you guys may like some of the choices I made. Sticking to some old retro gaming is Flicky. I played this several years ago. I don't remember if it was on Sonic Mega Collection or one of those. It definitely was on one of those Sega compilation games, but I remember playing this and I thought it was really fun. And if you're a returning viewer, you already know that I'm trying to beef up the Sega Genesis collection, make it bigger, make it more awesome, and of course have some killer titles in there. And I think by adding a game such as Flicky, I'm getting the job done with picking up titles such as that. Now, here are some games that I picked up in a lot. Starting off with NASCAR Racing for the PlayStation 1. Not a fan of NASCAR, but I enjoyed picking this one up. It does look relatively fun, so I may give it a try. Really, the only NASCAR-esque game I've ever really liked was Daytona USA on the Saturn. But, this one doesn't look half bad, so I might have to give this a go one day. We'll see. Now, this is a game I've got on Dreamcast already, but of course, I'm not going to complain that it came with my PS1 and some of my other lots. That is Hydro Thunder. This is a phenomenal arcade racer. I loved this game back in the day when I used to play it when I was really little at Chuck E. Cheese. I will get this game again for the Nintendo 64 because I do plan on going for a full Nintendo 64 set, so it's only a matter of time until I get this on pretty much every console. Of course, this is a awesome title right here. That is Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. This was the first game that I ever played on the PC when I was little that wasn't like an educational type game. Of course, I'm very excited to add this into my collection. But, one day I might actually decide to just say, you know what? I think I'll get this on PC too, just so I can get that full nostalgic experience. Now we're going to be going into some Dreamcast titles, starting off with an expensive one right here, which is D2. Honestly, this is a game that doesn't really look like a game that would be a game that I would rush to play right away, but it looks like it could be fun. I don't know. Of course, for all my returning viewers, you already know I'm trying to go for that full North American Sega Dreamcast set. So you already know that I'm trying to get as many games as possible, finish up that set. So of course, a game like D2, gotta pick that up. I'm gonna go for that full set. Of course, here's another expensive title for the Dreamcast. Here is Gunbird 2. This looks like a really fun shoot 'em up. First heard about the Gunbird series when I saw that there was a sale for the original Gunbird as like a remake for the Xbox One. Never picked that one up because once I found out it had a physical release on Saturn, I just decided to say, hey, you know what? May as well wait until I have the right opportunity to pick that game up on the Saturn. But of course, since it's on the Dreamcast as well, not going to complain too much because I have a feeling that's going to be a fun one I'm going to enjoy while finishing that Dreamcast set. Moving along, here is Worms World Party. I'm not really a fan of the Worms series. I played one of the Worms titles on the Xbox 360 many, many years ago. Wasn't really my personal cup of tea. I know a lot of people do like the Worms series, but, if you like Worms, hey, good for you. But, we're all have our own tastes in games, so it is what it is. But if you're a Worms fan, good for you. Of course, here is Fur Fighters. One thing I couldn't help but notice was that this game is made by Bizarre Creations, the same development studio responsible for Metropolis Street Racer, Project Gotham Racing, and Geometry Wars. So this one actually might be a really fun title. Might have to try this one day. Never played a Bizarre game that I was like, you know what, I hate this. This is trash. Never felt that way. So, yeah, I have to try it out sometime. Then, right here is an original Xbox game, which is Cabela's Outdoor Adventures. This was one that I got out of a lot. And, I always really enjoy building up that original Xbox collection. The original Xbox was a console that I heavily neglected during the 6th generation, and now going back to it after all these years, I certainly missed out on a lot of great games. And of course, a lot of the games have better graphics than their PS2 counterparts. Of course, I would even say a lot of their GameCube counterparts too. Now, because I'm enjoying original Xbox so much, I may go for a full set one day. I have to think about that. I'm off to a good start though. But I do have to say, overall, I was pretty satisfied with what I picked up for the month of June. Definitely picked up some expensive titles for the Dreamcast, which certainly killed the budget when it came to what I decided to buy and what not to buy for this month. So, of course, if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to be doing another pickups video once July kind of comes to an end, where you guys will just be able to see what exactly I picked up. But yeah, I always enjoy sharing some of my pickups with you guys. Comment down below, what are some of your favorite pickups that you got for this month? What are some of your favorite pickups that you saw that I got in the video? Comment down below. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. But of course, I'll be seeing you guys again in the near future. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. Please be sure to check out these videos here, and here. After all, I post a lot of content when it comes to game collecting tips, and other video game related subjects. So be sure to keep an eye out every Monday and Friday where I upload consistently, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.